As always, Ted, kick us off. Who do you have as your winner of the week?
Woo! Big time. The Kimrey family with a massive donation, 20 million, largest single donation in OU athletics history. 10 to baseball, 10 to football. Already had five previously, so that takes it up to 25 million that they've given, which is just incredible. The 10 to OU baseball kicking off the road to Omaha donation push to really bring all the baseball facilities up to speed. Just awesome. Um, Fantastic. They've been on a tear raising money lately for OU athletics. So this is kind of the cherry on top. Awesome.
Fantastic news. Loved. Well, I love the fact that people have been talking about investing in the baseball program and what Skip Johnson has done over the last several years with the program, and it feels like that momentum has really built, and it's in a good place.
Yep.
Which I think they were a really exciting baseball team this season. I know that ultimately they didn't get where they wanted to go, but it's a really fun team to watch. And Skip remains one of the most likable human beings on planet Earth. But football can never have too much money.
Nope. Yeah. That's the thing is it all starts with football, and that's going to be the cash cow. So you've always got to keep it at the top of the list. But that's big. And I don't know what they've settled on any of the actual plans, but some of the mock-ups and ideas that they've thrown out there for OU baseball look pretty good.
Kind of sets the tone. You look at what the Kimrey family did. That's stuff that other big time donors see and go, okay, you've set the bar, you've set the tone. And that's one of those things. I know it sounds silly, but big time donations like this, other big time donors see it. Not only other OU donors, but other donors across the country going, okay,
Yep.
makes it a
Yeah.
little competition, which is fun, but it just, incredible, incredible stuff from the Kimray family. 25 billion bucks, dude. That's a lot of cash.
A lot of cash. Yeah, that's incredible. That's big time. So yeah, they're gonna stretch that a long way. Baseball is in a good spot, but they need help. And I think that like the facility stuff was probably a big part of them being able to keep Skip Johnson around. I mean, your head baseball coach right now is a hot commodity out there. So in order to keep him, you're gonna have to bring the facilities up to par.
Yep. Fantastic stuff. That's awesome. You're the best, Kimray family. All right. Who do you have as your loser of the week?
This was funny to me. Uh, the Canadian women's soccer coaching staff
Oh,
flying a spy drone over New Zealand's practice.
so if you're unaware, and I read one article about it this morning. The Olympics, I think Olympic soccer starts today.
Yeah,
Don't
it
we
starts
don't the
either
United States men
today or
play
it's
today.
oh, do they? Yeah. I think maybe the women start I don't maybe it's today, but yeah, it starts early and I guess they're out there at the practice facilities and they took the old drone over the top of practice. It's crazy to me because what could possibly be gained in soccer in spying on a practice?
I and as far as I know, it's soccer's interesting. And now I've clearly never played any big time soccer, but their training sessions, a lot of the time they're working on fundamentals and stuff and not it's not like they're running through a bunch of plays. Like soccer practice is strange.
Yeah.
Like they get in like small groups and do different things. So that I don't know what. And I saw that the person. So they saw the drone flying overhead. They called the police, who found the person, and it was later identified. as a member of the quote wider Canadian women's football team. What does that mean? Non-accredited member of the Canada soccer support team.
So probably just like someone that's maybe not listed as a staff member, but is like maybe family member, someone that's just kind of there on the trip with them.
Did they do we this feels very Connor Stallions-ish. Like, hey, I'm gonna make a name for myself. I'm gonna go film their practice and bring it to the staff.
Well,
This
see,
person wasn't acting alone, right? And I think it's important to mention that New Zealand and Canada are in the same group in the Olympics.
yeah,
They're going
aren't
to
they the
play each
first
other.
game? Yeah, I think that's their game. I think
They
they were like,
Yeah, they play tomorrow.
yeah. I think it's just a I don't know, massive risk. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but I just don't know that there's anything to gain. Like if you go spy on a football practice, you're talking about something totally different. Like soccer, I don't know. Is it worth the I mean, big risk, big reward. Like if you were spying on a football practice, soccer seems like big risk, almost no reward.
Do you think there's some football coaches across the country going, damn it, we were totally going to do that. Now we can't do it.
Yes. I the
How high can you fly a drone to where you can see and someone can't hear the drone?
oh, not very high. I mean, you don't have to be that far away at all. I mean, it's more about how good's the camera on there than it is anything. I mean, if you got a great camera and you've just got a clear shot, you could be pretty far away where there's no way they could hear.
Something to think about.
Yes.
I I don't know why, but Canada's the last country I thought that would do something like this.
Well, hey, there's a lot on the line. Olympic gold on the line because they won it last, right?
Yeah,
Canada.
they got it. They got a squad, so that's where
It's the other thing.
they are. They that
Minimal
nervous
reward.
about New Zealand?
No, don't know.
Let's get to my winner and loser. But first, what if for the rest of 2024 you got a little bit better every day? When you're learning a new language with Babbel, that's exactly what you're doing. 1 in 5 Americans have learn a new language on their bucket list. If that's you, make 2024 the year for you, finally the year that you finally check it off the list with Babbel. Here's a special offer for our listeners and only for our listeners. Right now, get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription at babbel.com/Oklahoma. Don't pay hundreds of dollars for private tutors or waste hours on apps that don't really help you speak the language. Just use Babbel. Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are handcrafted by over 200 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Travel a lot? Ted, best believe next trip we take, going abroad, going to use some Babbel to learn the language. Want to
Love
greet
it.
people, order at the restaurants, do as the locals do. Ask for directions when I get lost in the local language. Just want to do all that kind of stuff. Get up to 60% off at babbel.com/Oklahoma. That's BABBEL.com/Oklahoma. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Three things matter in banking: service, service, and service. First Fidelity Bank's commitment to exceptional service is more than a promise, it's their foundation. FFB has been by your side for over a century, and they're honored to be a part of your journey. Banking isn't about where you've been, it's about where you're headed. Open an account at an award-winning bank today at ffb.com. At First Fidelity Bank, we go where you go.
And head to opolisclothing.com for our podcast merchandise and the best OU football gear out there. That's OPOLIS clothing.com and use promo code TED, TED, for 10% off. That's opolisclothing.com. Use promo code TED for 10% off. Buttery soft and 10% off for my winner of the week. Thought about going with CeeDee Lamb. Get that money.
Woo.
Get that money, CeeDee. You may have not made the painting, but go get that money, young man. Is not going to report to Cowboys training camp, holding out. Hey, Jerry Jones, pay the man. Justin Jefferson got 4 for 140. I don't want to hear that. Oh, there's no income tax in Texas. You should take a little less because of that. No, 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 Jerry. Pay the man his money. First team All Pro, Jerry. Pay the man his money.
Don't you know whenever Justin Jefferson got that contract, everyone around the league was like, damn it. This is just as soon as you set that bar, baby, here it comes. Here it comes. Yeah, CD's about to I mean, what, 30, he'll be in the 30 plus $1 million range, right? A year.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean,
Woo.
I assume what he led the league in receptions last year. I think he was second in yards. He wants to be the highest paid wide receiver in football.
Sure he does.
So I assume that is what his representation is trying to make happen, and we'll see where it lands. But kind of sounds like they're far apart just from some of the reporting. So Dak Prescott can't love that.
No, no. I'm not worried about him not reporting though. Receiver, it's one of those positions that like how much do they need to be there in the daily grind of training camp? Like if you got a $35 million a year wide receiver, it's like just let's get some work in, but we don't need anything happening to you.
Fair enough.
Keep the Ferrari in the garage.
Get that money, CD. Let's go. But my winner of the week, LeBron James. He has been awesome
Mm-hmm.
leading up to the Olympics, has been clutch. Game winner against South Sudan, took over in the fourth quarter in a close one against Germany earlier this week. Dude is 39 years old. And unless my eyes are lying to me, looks like the best player on the team. Looks like the best player on the team. Looks like the best guy we got. And I've said it many times. I think he is the best athlete ever. And I believe that's one of the reasons why he will be carrying the flag for the United States of America during opening ceremonies, which Ted, I can't imagine as an athlete that there are many honors better than that. Like you go to the Olympics and you get to carry the flag and represent your country. Pretty, pretty damn cool for LeBron James. Solid week. Solid week for LeBron James.
Yeah, I saw that. You may have saw this on Twitter, but someone said if you're asking how LeBron looks so athletic at 39, it's because this is what he looked like in his prime, and it's like a highlight. Did you see that?
Yeah, where his
Oh
head
my
is well above the rim on a
God.
ridiculous amount of it's insane though. The first basket of that Germany game, he gets it like on a fast break, goes underneath the rim like the classic twists his body, dunks it behind his head with two hands. Guy
Wild
is
man.
just a mutant. He's
He
insane.
he is, and I yeah, he best athlete ever. It's hard to argue with that because I he you could cross him over into a bunch of different sports. We were just talking about soccer. Could have easily been the greatest goalkeeper of all time. Like that would be like the perfect position for a guy that's 6'8" and that athletic. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He he's awesome in international basketball
Yeah.
because like it's less about pace and space. There's less space. It's more about physicality and strength.
Yeah.
Dude, he's just so big and strong. He's got that old man strength now. No one can stop him, or at least from what I've seen, no one's been able to stop him from getting exactly where he wants to get on the court. There are some plays in that Germany game where it looked like a dad playing against his kids, like his teenagers, just like I'm stronger than you. I'm getting right to the block and laying it in. Like
Uh,
it was pretty fun to watch. But dude, just what he's doing at 39 is insane. I'm not exactly sure the Lakers are. They can't be overly thrilled that this team is so reliant on him playing so
right.
many minutes. But I am I love international basketball. I love watching basketball in the Olympics. Ted, I'm really fired up for watching this team.
Yeah, it's who's do you know who the biggest competition is going to be?
Germany, Canada, France. That's kind of that feels like, because remember, Canada's got, I mean, they got some really good players led by SGA.
Yeah.
And then France has Wemby and Rudy Gobert and several other NBA players. So it'll be, I mean, we're the favorite to win the gold. It'll be a big disappointment if we don't. I think my hottest take, I've got two, I don't know if they're hot takes or not. I think Chet Holmgren should be on the team instead of Joel Embiid.
Really?
Embiid just looks, he does not look 100%, doesn't look great physically. And I understand that it's a slower pace and it's more physical. And I get that. And Embiid is just a giant human, but I don't know. I think just Chet would bring more at this time. He's a better rim protector. And right now, one of the biggest issues for Team USA's defense is when teams are getting Embiid in the pick and roll and like he's just playing drop, and I don't know. It doesn't look great.
Yeah.
And also just makes me nervous. I don't want Embiid to get hurt.
No, I'm with you. I don't want Chet to get hurt.
Yeah,
I'd rather Embiid get hurt than Chet.
yeah, I think, would Chet have some issues with like some of the strength of some of the guys? Would they go at him a little bit? Yeah, but I think he would. I don't know, and I also would really like him to get that experience.
That's what I was about to say. Like that's that, and he seems kind of hungry for it at this point. So, yeah.
Durant has a strained calf. I don't
Careful.
like him, man. I just please I do. Now Steve Kerr said there's no thought to replacing Kevin Durant on the Olympic team. Maybe they're being super duper cautious. It's the other leg. It's not the leg where he had the calf issue and then blew his Achilles out right in front of Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
Just please don't
Well,
rush Kevin Durant back. Ted, I just don't like how it feels. I don't like the sound of it. It would just be a catastrophe, man. Kevin Durant, please be smart.
be smart. Yeah. Well, and they got what? They've got a little bit of time before they have to finalize that decision
Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah.
Now, if you are a person, and maybe you're not a huge NBA person, you don't like all the complaining, you don't like the, let's call it theatrics of the NBA, then Olympics basketball is for you. And that is the one thing, one of the things I've watched all of their kind of tune up games for the Olympics. There is so much less complaining. There are very few flops, very few theatrics from these guys. All that stuff that annoys a lot of people during the NBA season, Ted, somehow it just magically all disappears.
Yeah. It's
Which
amazing what
is
happens.
it's refreshing, man. It's nice. It's like it feels like it's just about the basketball and not all the other stuff. And I love points. I love pace. I love space. I love all that. But this is just such a nice change up to watch. I think if you're someone that is annoyed by the NBA and some of that stuff, I encourage you to give Olympics basketball a chance because it's super intense and physical, and it's just the guys stop complaining to the refs, which is it's really nice to watch. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot.
It's amazing how quickly the behavior changes whenever you stop rewarding it, right?
Yeah.
Shocking.
Go win gold, boys. Let's go.
Yeah.
My loser of the week. Thought about going with Joe Burrow.
You don't like the hair?
I kind of love it, but did he need to do it? Remember, what was it, a couple of weeks ago? He's rocking the backless suit jacket at the Vogue show in Paris for Fashion Week, and now he's got the Slim Shady Buzz blonde cut. Like, I don't, he just seems to stay in the headlines now, Ted. Also, the one
Yeah.
thing everyone's talking about, the hair. That picture of Joe Burrow, he's looking
Yeah,
Looking
I
thick,
agree.
two C's thick.
I thought the exact same thing. I got to back up though. You said he was at the runway at Vogue's Paris Fashion Week show.
Correct. And he wore a suit, and the back of it was like cut out, and there was like a white little like ruffle thing back there. Yeah.
I, and everyone's got their different interests. I can't think of a place that I would want to be at less than Vogue's Paris Fashion Week show. With how much limited a time you have in the off season, what the hell is he doing at that crap?
Likes fashion, man. I don't know. All these guys have their different interests.
I guess so. Yeah, I get it.
Loser of the week, though. Green Bay Packers.
Ah,
Training camp has started, and Jordan Love is there, which is a good sign. He's there. He's going through meetings. He's doing all that stuff, but he is not practicing, nor will he practice or play until he gets a new contract. Reminder, Packers did not pick up his 5th-year option. Remember, he was a fifth-round pick, a first-round pick. They didn't pick up that 5th-year option. Instead, signed a mini extension. They added one more year to his rookie deal, which is this year. He's only supposed to make $11 million this year. Clearly, Jordan Love wants a lot more than that. Ted, it's never ideal when your starting quarterback is not with you to start training camp, or at least he's not on the practice field getting reps with your first team offense. And this feels like an interesting situation for the Packers. There's no doubt. Jordan Love had a solid year last year, especially. He was really strong to end the season. But you've got one season of production. One.
yeah.
Are you about to hand that guy 50 million a year? Remember, Jacksonville just signed Trevor Lawrence, 55 a year. $55 million a year for Trevor Lawrence. Like, is that what Jordan Love expects? Is that what he deserves? I don't know. It feels like a really interesting situation for the Packers.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's wild because yeah, this is a little bit different than CeeDee Lamb. Wide receiver, keep the Ferrari in the garage. Uh, Quarterback, not the same situation. You absolutely need your quarterback out there with you throughout training camp. So, like some of that's factored in. Like, how much would you pay to have your quarterback with your team throughout training camp just alone? You know what I'm saying? It's not like that's worth some money just by itself. But man, is Jordan Love a $50 million a year kind of guy? There's no way. But unfortunately, that's pretty close to where the market is. I mean, you start looking at the quarterbacks that were in the playoffs last year. Most of them are in that 40 to $50 million a year range, except for the guys that were on like Purdy, who was on his rookie deal. Baker just re-upped for what did he end up at, like 30-ish, 30 in between 30 and 35 a year. I mean, that's the floor, 35 a year for Jordan Love, right?
I
You want to
think the
do it? I
I
would do
think
it
the floor
now.
is more like 50.
Well, the point
Because
is, it ain't going to go down if you kick the can. It's only going to go up. I mean, think about Patrick Mahomes, like record breaking, jaw dropping deal that whenever he signed it, it's like a par deal now. So get it done. Quit wasting time.
he's super talented.
Yeah.
I mean, he is super talented. But remember, one season of production. And yes, they beat the Cowboys in the wild card game, lost in a close one to San Francisco in the divisional round. But This is also why the Green Bay Packers are my loser of the week. NFL fans get so excited about the clips at the start of training camp. Like how many overreactions have you seen to Mahomes throwing that one pass to Xavier Worthy? It's like, oh my God, they're gonna be unstoppable.
Xavier Word, he's going to lead the NFL in receiving.
But I mean, you've seen that bomb to Xavier Worthy over and over and over again. And Chiefs fans are getting to enjoy that, and it just gets them so excited for the season. Hell, Giants fans are going to get to see Daniel Jones, and that dude tore his ACL like 8 months ago. They're going to get Daniel Jones highlights of him slinging the rock, and poor Packers fans are just going, the starting quarterback's not out there. We can't get excited about any of these clips. We can't get excited about anything because our guy's not out there. And that's the most fun part of training camp. Like the start of training camp for fans is seeing those clips from practice, and Packers fans get none of them.
Here's the thing. It's like, how long have you been thinking about this or talking about it? Right?
The
It's
entire
not,
offseason.
yeah, it's not like all of a sudden they got a phone call a couple days before training camp and it's like, hey, guys, listen, I'm going to hold out. It's like, what? What? How? What's your other option? What else are you going to do if you're the Packers? You're going to let him go? Uh, just move on without him? Find him every single day, and then I don't even know who their backup is. Do you? I mean, like everyone knows what's going to happen. You're going to have to sign him to a new contract. There's no point delaying it. Get it done now. Don't hurt your football team. It always gets done. Does it ever not get done other than Le'Veon Bell?
Yeah, it didn't get done for the whole season there. That one was crazy.
Didn't get done then and never got done
Get it,
again.
get it done, Gutekunst. But Sean Clifford will handle the first team snaps.
Penn State? Isn't that where he went to school?
Yeah, very polarizing player with this time with the Nittany Lions.
Hey, this is yeah, watch it'll take 2 days of training camp with Sean Clifford playing quarterback for him before they're like, okay, how much do you want? Let's get it done. 55 million a year.
Sean Clifford, and guess who we will split first team reps with? This guy came to Norman a couple years ago, and we loved him
Came to Norman as a
as a player, as a quarterback,
came to Norman as a
and we
quarterback.
loved him. Sang his praises after the game on this very podcast.
Wait a second. He played for OU?
No, played
Oh,
against
okay.
OU.
Played against Tulane's quarterback?
Yes, Michael
Oh,
Pratt.
okay. Watch out, Jordan Love.
Watch out,
Watch.
Jordan Love. That's not a guy. Hey, don't give that guy an opening.
No, no, no. Okay. No wonder the Green Bay
Guy
hasn't
got
signed anything
hit
to it.
a million times. It was awesome in that football game.
They must have went to like mini camp and OTAs are like, hey, let's hold off on that $55 million contract for Jordan Love. Let's get a week or two training camp, see how he looks. We may just keep old Jordan Love on the shelf and have him pay us throughout the season.
Yeah.